Welcome to Haaretz.com. I'm Aimee Amiga and I'm here with Bradley Burston, who has been highly critical of the Jewish nation-state bill that is threatening to bring down the government of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Bradley, you have warned that this bill could turn, if it's passed, all of Israel into the West Bank. What is it about this bill that has got so many in Israel and people who care about Israel so worried?
I think there are three main areas of problem. One of them is the language of the bill itself, what it actually says. It downgrades Arabic and it drops it as an official language of Israel, and it omits the use of the word equality, which is a hugely important omission. And secondly, it's a question of where this is leading and what kind of doors this opens, what kinds of implications this law has for Israel as a society and for the government and its practice, and in particular you see a implied attack on the Supreme Court, which is really the last check and balance to the executive and legislative branches of government. And the third problem is what this has already done domestically and internationally. There's a tremendous amount of distress being felt among the Israeli Arab population as a result of this. This is seen in many ways as an attack on the Israeli Arab population. It also opens the door, the possibility for jailing and deportations of asylum seekers. But internationally, it undermines Israel's claim to be the only democracy in the Middle East. It undermines the claim to be a democratic society, which concerns itself with the rights of minorities.
Well, some people argue that there is only one Jewish state in the world, and as such, Israel shouldn't be apologetic about wanting to put its Jewish identity first. What would you say to them?
Well, some very prominent figures on the Israeli right, including the president, Reuven Rivlin, and the elder statesman of the Likud, Moshe Arens, have called this law unnecessary and harmful. And what they say is this is a Jewish society. It has been so from its inception. It will continue to be. And this law is unnecessary. It does only harm.
Well, could Israel be primarily a Jewish country without being racist or discriminatory?
I believe that it can, but it requires a tremendous commitment on the part of the government to concern itself with the rights and the privileges of minorities, and to foster coexistence, and to refrain from anything that might be considered incitement. And this government, I have to say, has failed in all of those areas.
Do you think the bill actually has a real chance of being passed into becoming a basic law?
Not in its present form. The bill was proposed, in a sense, as a sop to the right. There was no reason to propose the bill with some of its provisions, including some of the most extreme, including dropping Arabic as an official language. But they did it anyway. The Prime Minister did it. Chances are, if the bill even comes to the Knesset for final passage, and I have a question as to whether it actually will, it will be a much watered-down version of this. So all the damage that's been done will remain. Hopefully, some of the implied damage will not happen.
Are you saying, I just want to go back on something you just said, are you saying that this is just a political ploy by people in the right wing?
Primarily.
I see. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Bradley Burston.
Thank you, Aimee.
I'm Aimee Amiga, and you're on Haaretz.com.